Hello everybody, and welcome back to Certifact Collectibles. This is another episode of First Appearance for the Week. This is Wednesday, February 28th, 2024. We'll be giving you all the first appearance in your comic shops today. Now this week we have a pretty short video for you guys. I think we only have 4 first appearances, 1 honorable mention, so only 5 titles all to go through, but there's definitely some books in there worth picking up for your collection. So let's go ahead and get started for the first appearance of the week, ending March 1st, 2024. First up from DC Comics, Flash number 6. This features a possible first appearance of Inspector Pilgrim, a shadowy bubblegum chewing ally. Now, I don't really know why they bothered to specify this bubblegum chewing part, unless this is his only ability, and if so, this is probably one you want to skip on. You know, DC Comics, when they introduce these characters into their comics, they really have to do something spectacular with them. Since they don't really have the cinematic power that Marvel Disney does, they can't really bring them to the screen, get a lot more eyes on them, give them the possibility of being bigger in the future. So if they don't do something spectacular in the comic books, these first appearances or these characters they're introducing into the comics may not really go anywhere. So definitely take that in consideration when you're looking into the DC Comics. But also, this here is the possible first appearance of this character. If you are planning on picking this one up, you definitely want to get confirmation that this is the true first appearance of this character. If it's not the first appearance of this character, this issue probably has no importance. If it is confirmed that this is the first appearance of this character, Inspector Pilgrim, this is one you may want to pick up the spec on. Like we always say, for $3 or $4, it may be worth picking these up for a spec. You don't really know what Disney has planned for these characters. If they become big in the future, you're probably going to be one of the few people that own this book. If the character goes nowhere, you're only out $3 or $4. So this one here, if this is the confirmed first appearance, pick it up for a spec. Otherwise, you can skip on this one. Next up from Marvel Comics, Miles Morales Spider-Man number 17. This features the first appearance of Zip Zephyr. Now, like we always say with these Spider-Man titles, it's always worth picking up the first appearance of new characters in Spider-Man titles. The Spider-Man franchise, the most heavily collected and the most popular franchise for Marvel Comics. And Miles Morales, this character people do love. Huge fan base, huge collector base. And the fact that they're introducing a new character into this Miles Morales Spider-Man title series. So this one here, in our opinion, you should definitely pick up. Grab this one here for your collection. Next up from Marvel Comics, Avengers Twilight number 3. This features the first appearance of James Stark in armor. Now this one here is another one we do think you should definitely pick up for your collection. This is going to be the first time that James Stark puts on the armor. This is one you probably want to own. The Avengers franchise still going strong, huge fan base, huge collector base, and you don't really know what Marvel Disney has planned in the future for another MCU, another cinematic universe. So these are books you definitely want to pick up right now for the cover price. For $3 or $4, you could be sitting on a huge winner here. And once again, if it goes nowhere, you're out $3 or $4. The risk is worth the reward on this. This is one we do think you should pick up for your collection. Go ahead and grab this one. And finally from Marvel Comics, Punisher number 4. This features a first team appearance of Jigsaw, a terror organization. Now this is the first team appearance of Jigsaw, not necessarily the first appearance of each individual character of that team. So you may want to look into this a little bit further before you choose to pick it up. It really depends on what Marvel does with this team. If they're introducing this team just in this particular story arc and it goes nowhere, this one here may not be all that important going forward. But Marvel is pushing forward with the Punisher title. They were in talks of actually making a feature film. So like I just mentioned a moment ago, you really don't know where these characters or these teams that are introduced in the comics may end up. If they hit the screen, collectors will race back to the comics and try to find these first appearances. So once again, for $3 or $4, probably worth picking up in our opinion. Grab this in here for a spec if you can. If you can't, though, put in your B-list and take a look at it later on. And now for the honorable mentions. From Marvel Comics, Spider-Punk number 1. This here is the premiere issue of this new 4-issue limited series. Now we put this one here on the list because this here is a Spider-Man title series, and this is Spider-Punk. Huge fan base, huge collector base for this particular character. And like I said, this here is a Spider-Man title, a Spider-Man related character. So in our opinion, it's always worth picking these up. Once again, for $3 or $4, you don't want to miss out on this at the cover price. If these take off later on, you're going to try to pick this up for a lot more money. So this is another one we do think you should pick up for your collection. Grab this one here if you can. If you can't, though, put it in your B-list and take a look at it later on. So there you have the 5 titles that we have for you guys this week. Short video, but definitely some books in there you guys should pick up for your collection. So please feel free to drop some comments in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video. As always, please remember to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you for joining us here at Certifact Collectibles, and we'll see you again next time.